The truth. I'm out here in Atlanta right now. Right before the 717 conference. I want to jump on. I had already wanted to jump on. Oh, hold on. I wanted to jump on. I got to cover up these numbers real quick. I want to jump on before the conference because this is like part of the reason why I bought this particular Airbnb with all the art in it, because I want to take pictures and videos. But anyway, and the energy of this domain is kind of like creative in a energetic way, I felt. And I'm not gonna go into details about that. Get out of my business. Okay. So we're gonna pull some astro cards first. And I want to pull the empathic oracle. I also might pull some tarot real quick. I'm only gonna stay on like about 30 minutes or so. I might pull some we're gonna see. We're gonna see where this goes. First, let's pull some energies from the astrology deck though. We already know. Oh, I meant to pull. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my laptop. Yeah, right here. Hold on, let me push these on. I'm going to shuffle this deck just because. How you shuffle? Can I shuffle it? Damn, I can't even shuffle it from the TV. Never mind. Okay. My bad, y'all. What up, Healing Shadows? What up, Sunshine? So, hold on. I was just putting some music on real quick. But we finna do an energy read real quick, y'all. Oh, look. I'm starting off with the Astro deck. Ooh. This one, so y'all might can't hear that. It ain't really for nobody but me though. Okay. So I had went to go get my laptop so I could see what the energy in the sky was too though. Yeah, though the 717 conference is today. I'm so excited. But I ain't gonna talk about myself. My slow ass left my motherfucking smoke, my herbs. I got mullein. I got all kind of herbs. I even bought the damn rolling papers and the machine to roll them up with. I got mullein, I got blue lotus, I got peppermint, and all of these herbs have spiritual and physical um benefits to them. And I left it probably because I really in my mind I wasn't fully, I got a lot of Taurus in my chart, so it takes me a little while to feel solidified into something, and I wasn't fully like even informed Jupiter and Gemini type shit on the herbs so that I could sell them, like, because you know how a salesman sells things based off of the benefits of the product. I was a telemarketer for a long time. I'm good at that, but I don't even know the benefits per se of each one of them. So that kind of like delayed my momentum or motivation to get them. And once I got here, because I thought about it, but I didn't even think about it at the same time. Once I got here, I was like, damn, why the fuck didn't you bring the damn mother, why didn't you bring the herbs? Hold on, I'm trying to find my extra because I could have, began an energy vortex field around the idea of hold on, y'all, give me just a moment. Mullein and peppermint are great for opening up the yes, and I know this to be true because that's why I bought the mullein, because I read about it and I had a bad cough smoking them nasty ass cigarettes. And And soon as I smoked the mother cigarette, it felt like a cloud was in my chest. Cause it just like, hold on, let me type this in. I should have did this before I went live, y'all. Excuse me. Action 5, 2, 6, 8, 12. Okay. Yeah, as soon as I had pulled on that mother cigarette though, my cough went away. So my idea for myself was to smoke those and try to kind of wean myself off of cigarettes, because I do know that if you have like a compulsive addiction to anything, you can kind of, I'm not saying that you have no accountability and you just do what you want to do and replace it and continue that. No, you kind of find something that you can replace it with. And for me, the replacement serves the purpose of weaning myself off of the cigarette so that I can eventually, not depend on the mullen. But I haven't even been smoking the mullen like that because I changed cigarettes too. So, and I don't really smoke that many cigarettes anymore because the ultimate goal is for me not to even smoke the holes, period. Okay, now, shit, that took a long time. Okay, so I might start the stream over with because I kind of fucked up I might start the stream over with y'all. You cracking me up already talking about that cough. Yes, you can clean your lungs with apple cider vinegar. Okay, and water mix, but ain't for everybody. So what you do? Breathe in the steam? Do you boil it? Cause I haven't necessarily heard of that, but that sounds like that'll work. Okay. So the current plan is I just want to have it in my eyesight. Yes, you can. Oh, I thought that was a new one. So what's the energy for Saturday the 13th? What we talking about? What we need to talk about? Sweet, everlasting leaf and flower. You should look into that. I used to drink it as a tea. I ain't never even heard of that before. It's called sweet, everlasting flower, leaf and flower. Okay. I'm making the best of small things. Just got done cooking the 2 chicken legs and a cup of what? I might turn up a little bit, y'all, because I ain't studying no copyright. I find myself only, for the most part, only listening to like-minded spirits, even when it comes down to music. Thank God, soul group or soul family or the community that I'm participating in makes music, because it don't be none on the radio to listen to. We got Gemini, duh. Look at that's Gemini right there. That's Tupac behind me. So we got Gemini, the communicator. Gemini's community is the 3rd house. Your environment, thoughts, your thought processes, the things you like to think about. Your line of reasoning is the first awareness, like not the first awareness, but the first thoughts. But what they got to do with anything right now? This is just the energy. We said this is letting me know what the energy is right now. We're gonna break that shit down with the other cards, but I'm trying to, you know. Okay, we're just gonna pull it out. Leo. Okay, makes sense because what? Mercury is in Leo, Venus in Leo. All right, we got Gemini communication, and Mercury is ruled by Gemini. Oh shit. I mean, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. I need one more card so I can go and pull the other ones. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna keep the one that's back. My bad. My bad. My bad. I had to answer. That was my son. Damn, I had pulled the card too, and I don't remember what the fuck it was. One that came out. Oh, it was Taurus. That was the Taurus card, right? So again, how come I fucked around and forgot to bring my herbs so that I can sell Taurus, make money, your values. So, but anyway, that's the vibes right now. Your values, your expression, you being an extrovert in communication right now. At least that's the vibe that's surrounding me in the moment. So we're gonna pull some extra cards out because I'm just gonna see something. I really need to deal. My son is a Cancer. He's a Cancer cusp. He's almost a Gemini. He's born on the 22nd of June. 22nd. Aquarius moon. He said interference from what zodiac? Right. That comfort zone. I'm trying to be in a comfort zone, and here come my Cancer son trying to disturb. He ain't really trying to disturb, but he love his comfort. I'm in my comfort zone, and guess what? We ain't together right now, so stay over there. Anyway, I'm glad you knew that was a phone call though, cause I ain't know if sometimes people just leave. Like all that shit just went out. So what's the energy? What we got to say about these energies? Gemini, Leo, and Taurus. I'm gonna pick these two right here. Clearing and surrender. I'm in a new environment right now, so I kind of don't even feel fully. Damn, it's like it's like the break is much needed, but now that I'm at the break, all the excitement of the break, I still can't even relax for real. And maybe that's got something to do with the reading though. But I'm saying that because I don't even really know what to say about these cards at the moment because my energy slightly distracted from the discomfort, Cancer energy, and it ain't no discomfort. It's just a matter of me. I have a lot of Cancer energy in my chart and a lot of Taurus too. So I kind of be stubborn with my comfort. If this makes me comfortable, which I'm also a Gemini though, so I like to like multifaceted and try shit out. So that's where the lines be getting tangled. Like, bitch, what is it? Like that's what I'm experiencing right now in the moment. Um, you know, being in this environment and also trying to find some comfort for some shit that I've been wanting to do. Like, why aren't you already comfortable? Anyway, clearing. Oh, I got feathers in my hair too. So the clearing card, we always pulling that. Last time we pulled the card, that's the number six too. Six equals balance and shit. But it's the one going to the five, so that's like the individual going into the chaos in order to create balance. What does the feather represent? Because I know that's communication. What I'm gonna say that's air energy, but further than that, what does feather represent? I'm not quite sure of. And then we got surrender with the white flag. Four into the six. What that is? 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. So that's like completion. That's completion because you surrender to something. What is it that we trying to surrender to? I'm gonna pull a tarot for that. What that is that they surrendering to as far as maybe in order for you to clean something out, you had to surrender. How are you gonna clean some shit out if you don't first surrender to what it is that kept you from cleaning it out the whole time in the first place? So let's see what we got to say about that though. Then we had entanglement at the bottom. So we ain't gonna read that one. Maybe that got something to do with it though. Cause I'm gonna separate myself from this reading right now, so that I can actually have something to say. Cause I'm caught, if I was to try to come from my perspective, I wouldn't have nothing to say because it ain't your business. So that's part of the reason. Instead of trying to get used to going live and expressing these things. So I'm gonna separate myself from this shit real quick so that I can talk freely. Baby, like what changed? More like what is it? Hey, okay, here goes. The world in the reverse. So it's in order for the change to actually take place, the clearing and the surrender has to take place first. And and the world is in a reverse because these things haven't been done. So I mean, let me see. Because surrender being a number 10 number, obviously somebody has surrendered because you're not at the beginning stages. We're sure of that. As far as just becoming aware and like, oh no, now at this point you've accumulated some information and some self understanding to where you know how to surrender. And surrendering of that is going to simultaneously by default cause a clearing. No matter how that clearing may look, because sometimes those clearings be looking ugly as a bitch. Sometimes these clearings happen without you even realize that's what's happening. But regardless of how they happen, especially if they happen on the more volatile side, understand the purpose behind it and the reason behind it so that you can let these things flow because that's the reason why the world is in the reverse at the moment. So let me pull another card. And what time is it? I ain't got that much time. And I feel like I've already wasted about 30 minutes. And I just not started the reading. Okay. What else? What else, spirit? What else, spirit? You just gotta find comfort within healing shadows. Real shit. Okay. The Four Swords. Communication. Like, look at the damn. That bitch ugly as fuck. Fuck. That's discomfort as hell. I had a poodle. Last time I had pulled this card, I talked about this. I had a poodle one time, and he got a sewing needle stuck right there in between his, like he tried to bite down on it, and it was just like that. That was so fucking uncomfortable. So something dealing with communication is why your tongue is tied. Hold up, let me see what this actually represents because I know four is energy of stability and swords the communication is like having a mentality for such a long time that kind of even got the way you are able or know how to communicate fucked up. You may know it on the inside, but in order to like um even perceive it externally from you for real so that you can even express it externally, especially if you're around individuals who are not on the same type of wavelength as you are on, if you're trying to change and they're not, then that's even further gonna cause you not to be able to express or even see what the fuck be going on around you because it's so much groundedness and bullshit and uncomfort and dissatisfaction and shit and being tied and bound to these things, sometimes not even knowing. And once you be tied into some shit for such a long time, knowing or knowingly, you find yourself in a somewhat of a hell-like type scenario. And what that was in the reverse? Hold up, I'm about to turn this off so I can think. We got the world in the reverse. Hold on, let me pull the force. Let me um, read it. The force word signals a pause in battle. The Norse god like yeah, force like fixation, a fixated energy to me. The Norse gods know that the wolf Fenrir will bring about the end of the world. World card being in the reverse. So they have him bound and okay. So it's like certain knowledge and wisdom and things that you are supposed to already just as a human being's natural God given right was to know the the um ins and outs of just regular basic life. That is the bondages and the strongholds and the information and wisdom that has been kept from certain individuals, well, from every fucking body. And now that these things are beginning to find some kind of understanding within, they're needing to be expressed without so that it can cause a major shift. It'll cause a major shift because if you really think about it, I don't care if you're just one person that's watching me. Do you know how many fucking people watching other people or have been doing certain things or having certain awarenesses based off of the whole world individually having things that become aware to them because once the energy or a vibration and frequency begins, like once you express that, even if you're in your room by yourself, even if you just have a mere thought, that sparks something within, and that spark within will begin to, if you have enough gumption and enough give a fuck about it, will allow you to express it from without. But even if you don't have enough gumption and wherewithal within, us other people do, and that's going to at least make maybe give you confidence to do what you need to do. But if not, you'll get washed, but others will be able to catch on to whatever information shift wave that they need to catch on to so that they can find themselves outside of this fucking discomfort and bondage shit. Let me see what else it say. While he still represents a threat, for now there is respite. You're a threat. That's a threat to the current reality for real. We know that though. I like who was talking about preaching to the choir. I think that was Saint Uno. I don't like preaching to the choir because it be feeling redundant, and that's sometimes why I be like, fuck getting on, because everybody that's gonna be watching me already know this shit for real. But sometimes it's just good to hear these things externally. So that's another reason, a little slight reason why a person could not express certain things. It's like, what the fuck? Why? What for? Sometimes it's just because if you express things out your mouth, especially to somebody else, that changes the whole idea behind that thought that was never manifested and pushed out into the world because it was kept within. I noticed because I used to keep a lot of stuff. I didn't talk a lot, and once I started expressing certain things, I noticed certain sometimes that I would say things that's been in my mind for 10 years that I've never even said outside of my mouth, even to myself, and I expressed them, and I was like, damn, the understanding of that thought has like evolved just because I said that shit. Not only has it evolved from my perspective, somebody else is aware of it, and not they're not only aware of just what I was aware of before I expressed it, they're also privy, at least they're privy to the awareness that I'm becoming an awareness of based off of me expanding it through speech and communication, and that causes a ripple. And that's the shit. That's the threat. That's the threatening part. Look how they got. Look at the damn wolf, man. The wolf already looked like, ooh, if he get out of that shit at any boy, you better get the fuck out the way. That bitch. And a lot. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of us. I'm speaking for myself. I know I have felt this way as far as the vibration that I'm receiving from it, as far as like the frustration of what am I missing? What the fuck? How come I'm in a situation unknowingly and I know it's something that's missing? He probably have been in these bondages and up under this distress since he was manifested in the world as a baby. And if that's the case, you don't even know that that's what's going on. But intuitively and naturally, you'll have some sort of deep awareness of something ain't fucking right, like I did, and I'm sure everybody has. And that's the threat. If you find out what the fuck that is, which we have found that out, but it's important for us to not just know that for ourselves, and not even to have to tell nobody else about it, but to live that for real, so that you can be a living example like Jesus. Because that's all Jesus represented and all Jesus is. All the purpose of Jesus. That's all the purpose of it was. Let me see something. It's 1, 2, 3 o'clock. 1:23 o'clock. 1:23. 1:23. That's my cue personally for me to get on my shit, whatever it is I need to do. And I know I do need to get off because I need to go to the store. I want to. Don't worry about what I want. I'm sorry, y'all. I be so private sometimes about the most shit that ain't even fucking important, and be so open about things that people be like, I would have never told nobody that shit. But you know, I'm kind of backwards like that. Oh, let me pull from, because I think we pretty much extracted the message up out of those cards. I'm gonna pull one more deck and I'm gonna dip though for real. So we're gonna pull from the archetype guidebook. That's a real. I love that. I love this deck. This archetype guidebook deck. It's like some real deep shit, and the visuals of it kind of give you a picture of the internal um vibration that they're trying to portray for real. Now hold up, I'm trying to put on my cards back. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I don't like having these cards there. Well, I'm sorry. It's just like a, I don't know. Especially since I know I got to get up and dip, and as soon as I get off of here, I need everything already put in this order. At least halfway. Okay. Now, I forgot about the life clarifying situation deck. No, we already got this. significance. Okay, so I like this deck because, like I said, it goes like deep, and it's like a shadow guide. It's like a shadow work deck, and anything. And look at the back of it. You know, that's like a jewel. Anything that anytime you pull, well, anytime I pull one of these cards, I never get the same message because it's kind of like because the artwork on it really. All right, now that's enough. I be liking when the card come out on its own, but I'm not. Yeah, here we go. The comic, okay. I be getting this card sometimes. I always thought that this was a sad cat, but if you really look at it, it's a person that got a cat mask on. Them human eyes. That's not even a damn cat. I thought that was like a damn. I don't know. It looked like a sad cat, but no, that's a disguise. The comic. And we're gonna go deep on that. Hold on. That has all the chakra colors on it. I wish I knew what number that was. I don't know the significance of it yet. But, okay, at least two cards came out. That's all I wanted to. They fell on the floor though. The storm and the venom. The fuck? The storm and the ooh. Fuck is we talking? I might need to jump off. I don't look. Okay, we're gonna make it shake though. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna find the golden jewels up out of this, whatever this shit is, because it ain't looking too fucking pretty. I'm just playing, y'all. This whole deck like that though. This whole deck is like that. So let me chill. Okay, so the comic. Where you at? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, 113. That's five. That's change. Chaos sometimes. The comic carries a remedy for all that ails this world. So that's being funny and shit. Humory. Why I can't think of the word. Amid the deepest pain and suffering, there is always the potential to lift up and out of the darkness through laughter. So, yeah, okay, I get it. Through dismissed by some as lowbrow or unsophisticated, this archetype actually has a highly advanced mind. Yes, it is. Some may use the word genius as humor requires one to see the situation from afar. They say cancer. I know Uriel always say how cancer energy is funny, like 50 Cent and shit. And me personally knowing people, yeah, they have like a humor based off of them understanding the struggle and making a joke out of it sometimes and hitting the emotions, hitting the heart, actually being something real. But it's funny because you find humor in it actually making you cry with laughter, laughing, crying, and you look like you're crying. So them sad tears, you turn your smile upside down and smile about it, whatever the fuck that is. As humor requires one to see the situation from afar rather than to be swept away by the drama. So look at it from a distance so that you can see the dumb part out of it. That's actually funny. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get out of a situation, you can look back on it and be like, God damn, I was retarded. That shit crazy. And but in the middle of it, even though you may have known that it's crazy, it don't hit the same because you're inside of it. It's like the situation you're letting it encapsulate you, and not being the observer as well as the participator of the experience. No, observe it too, so that you can experience, but also maneuver your way up out of it. And when you go to the observer's perspective, you have more likeliness to find some humor and some equilibrium in it, to where that you can also see things to not just laugh about, but to smile about because things are going to change because of the fact that you're changing the way you're looking at it, and just adding other energy towards whatever that situation is, other than negative, other than sorrow, other than despair or folk, whatever the fuck it is. Add some something else to it, because it's all up to you. We already know that. The common season accepts the messiness of life, using it as material to be mixed and shaped, because these things are going to shape you. And the next time you have opportunities or things that you're ready for at the moment, whatever the fuck it is, you'll be able to look back and have no guilt when it comes to the position you find yourself in, because you know that you climbed yourself from the bottom to the top, and you deserve everything, and you expect it based on what you know you deserve. They literally lighten us up. Hold on, I skipped like five damn sentences. Using it as material. and shaped into a potion to soothe the stressed and serious mind. They literally lighten us up. Thus, within the comic is usually the sage or the magician working healing magic upon any audience who will lend an ear. The comic may be the archetype that heals the deep division in our world, one pun at a time. The comic has plenty of shade to throw on others, and it can fall into shadow at the drop of a hat, so beware of the sharp claws, bitch. Because bitch don't play with me. I'm just playing. But beware of that. Don't jump the gun because of the lower vibrations that you have made experience. Those were for other purposes, not for you to be a bitch type shit. Because that cancer energy, my son did call me while I was on the phone. So yeah, that's giving me some cancer water energy for some cardinal emotional. You can jumpstart your own emotions. You can decide how to look at things emotionally with your mind, using your logic and your emotions and making them come together into what creates your mood or your mind at the moment. You can have control over that. So change up the way you're internalizing whatever it is you're going on. Switch your mind up to not think however you were just thinking. Bitch, go outside. Do something. And it could be all it could that's an uphill battle. Believe me, I know. And sometimes it takes your tedious attention to these things. No matter that you, and I don't want to say this like that because sometimes this is what where isolation comes in at. Because sometimes you have to isolate yourself. Not sometimes you don't even do that on purpose, but you find yourself in isolation based on the internal things you need to start shining light on and becoming aware from the internal and not paying so much attention to what's going on the external. And then when you turn your eye from one thing, the other thing falls into place. Before you know it, your external will start to match. Okay, let me hurry up though. The venom, the venom. That was the next one. And I said, ow, like I was a cat. She in reverse. That don't even look like a cat. It's a moon inside of it though. And then you see, cause see, if I hold it like that, it looks like a face. But that's so it's like that's the darkness, that deep internal information. Being in that uncomfortability, use that shit to your advantage. Whether or not it's unfair or not, or it's uncomfortable or it hurts, that shit can be used to your advantage. Remember, there's always two sides of the spectrum, and then you find equilibrium. So you actually got three and an infinite in between that to work with. So find out, because see, back to that other card with the what the dog with the shit in his mouth, how it was saying that it's a threat if it was to become unleashed. And it's like the threat was reversed, and you can reverse that shit again to your favor if you realize that whatever is the power of your tongue and in your mind is the things that comes out your mouth, and the things in your mind is what you can create power with too when it comes to um your personal affairs, the things that you probably are having to work through because it's just how how sometimes life be. Okay, the venom. I got to go. Okay, 191, so that's 11. Aquarius type energy. Hold up. 191. And one going into the nine, the individual going into a final awareness of something brand new, another external thing. But see, once you go into the let me just read this before I talk over myself and say some shit that don't make no sense. So, much to our dismay, the venom is always lurking in the shadows in one form or another. Its toxic presence must be found in our relationships, our thoughts, speech, and our environment. Exactly. Thankfully, the thoughts, speech, or environment. Thankfully, the cycle of purification and detoxification, that cleansing energy that we pulled earlier, comes so naturally that it is built into our every exhale, to where you've made that discomfort be something that's beneficial to you, so that once you pull the benefit out of it, that benefit is going to be able to unlock whatever key that is that's going to set you free from whatever bondage that you were experiencing, just based off of you reversing the dynamic, you reversing the mechanism of the venom that was supposed to take you up under. Instead, you made that shit work for you, and now that has turned into actual key that you not only unlock yourself with, finna lock the whole zoo up. You finna unlock the whole all the zoo cases. I got Chiron and Gemini, y'all. Excuse my tattoo. What's up, Tara C, Star C? What's up, BFF? Okay. thankfully, the cycle. Oh yeah. By the way, y'all, I ain't even tell y'all. It's a open panel too. If y'all want to jump on, it's a description in the link. It's a link in the description. Peace and love, darling. Yeah. Nina, ma'am, will I get a good score in exam, which I am writing next month? If you try your best, you will. You don't need no reading for that. You don't need a reading for that. If you want to make a good grade, if you actually give a fuck about that shit, see, sometimes you need to, you might got an exam on some shit you don't give a fuck about. But it's important for you in other reasons, for other reasons. You probably, I mean, I don't know, it depends. It depends on you how you look at the shit. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about right now, for real. Okay. There's a harmful substance in our psychic realm that must be identified. Yeah, it's like that thing that's in the corner at nighttime and you don't know what that is as a child. But as soon as your mom say, "Girl, stop crying," and turn the light on, you see that wasn't nothing but your jacket hanging on the door. But until you see that, that's a toxic, scary thing, and all it is yourself. When the venom card appears, there's a harmful substance in our psychic realm that must be identified. Okay. Perhaps your worlds have a sting of poison about them. Perhaps a relationship is slowly draining your reserves. Acknowledgement is the first step. Change is the second. So acknowledging it, thinking about it first you got to think about it and then change the thought. That's going to by default make you have to change your expression and actions towards whatever that thought is, and that's going to cause change because you have acknowledged it for what it is and not sat in it. No, you decided to change it internally, which is going to make things by default change externally. Whether that shit be pretty or not, you already know what it is that you need to do, and it will behoove you to do the right fucking thing the best that you can. Sometimes your hands be tied. And you be like, bitch, I don't have no way to get out of this shit. Just change the mind. Change the mind and the way you processing it. I promise you. And do that consistently, you'll start having opportunities to get the fuck out. Or whatever the fuck the situation is. And I don't know. Okay, let me see. Acknowledgement is the first step. Change. The remedy will reveal itself in time, and with it, forgiveness. The spreading of the venom is like a chain reaction. When we strike others, it's likely we have ourselves been struck. Break the cycle. Yeah, because the venom is really you. Because these people, places, and things that seem external, they are. But remember, life is but a dream. Um, they are actually manifestations of your internal world that you are expressing from outward, that you are experiencing external. That's how the world. That's how we create our reality. That's how we got here. Okay, so the last card, and I'm finna dip. The storm. I wish I had remembered how these cards came out, but I don't, so it don't matter. 157, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, that's 13. It's 13 days, so it's number 4 energy. 1 into the 5, that's the individual going into the chaos and eventually ending that shit. 159. What that was, 6, 9, 10. What I said that number added to? 6, hold on, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 6. No, I knew I was wrong. Hey, I just gave out a wrong number. It's 157. Excuse me. The individual going into the chaos and finding a new expression out of it with the 7, or finding another way of perceiving it. Because 7 is masculine energy. That's like the other version of this 1, 2, 3. Never mind. Let me not break it down in that way. Because that shit wasn't finna make no sense what I was finna say. Anyway, let me just read the shit. Hold on. It would have made sense to me, but nah. Okay. Possessing an energy, much like the tarot's tower card. This card reminds this reader of the tower card. The storm undoes all that is. Everything that was solid, known and relied upon is stripped away by the winds of fate, bitch. It got to go. You can't do nothing about it. So you might as well fall gracefully and let certain things go internally so these ties. Anyway, let me not add my 2 cents. The ground becomes the sky becomes the center, and the center disappears. The fuck? No equilibrium. No, so you can only see black and white voidness. You don't. There's no equilibrium. That's what the storm will cause, or that's what indeed you don't have have to experience actual physical situations that seem distraught. You can have certain mental processings and confusions and not sure or dissatisfactions or hurt feelings or whatever internally that this is pointing to as well. So we're not necessarily about to manifest some physical bullshit in our lives. No, we're talking about the internal workings of how these things can happen so that you can even catch them before these things become external and physical representations of this storm. We're not doing that. Okay? We're not doing that. So the storm is a great equalizer. See? That's the point of the storm. You take these fucked up things and you find out how you can use them to make them be a benefit that you can actually turn into a tool and take with you along your way. And now it creates value in you and in your in what you know because you have certain things that make you have to know based on what you've been through and others have witnessed the transformation and each one teach one. That makes others want to jump on board, but not on board like they're doing with no. That makes others want to heal themselves. Let me just say it like that. The storm is a great equalizer. No matter how far we've come on a path, no matter our age, wealth, or wisdom, we can't hide from its savage winds because, like I said, these things don't have to be out there. Hey, to each their own. These are unique. Everyone has their unique individual experiences. Their disturbing howls stir anxiety and make it impossible to see and think straight because that's the confusion, not knowing, having no equilibrium. It ain't nothing but here and there. Like how I see it in my head, it's like a weight scale, some kind of like weight, but it ain't got you, bitch. It never finds an equilibrium because there is none. Like I said, the center is missing. It's disappeared. So you create that because it's an internal thing anyway. And once you go on inside of the internal, you're kind of in the middle just by default. Especially if you do it on your own and you don't wait for something to happen to make you have to go into solitude and self-analyzing. Do that shit on your. I'm telling you now. Do that shit on your own, baby. Do not wait till something happens that forces you in that situation because, bitch, you gonna wish you had to just. So if you're not yet in that type of situation, just chill out and figure out what that is that's causing you disturbance. Fix that shit. It ain't even probably gonna be as hard as you think it is. It probably ain't even gonna. Cause I know for me, a lot of times once I slow down, because I can feel a dissatisfaction or an uneasiness within, and I'm knowing it's coming from something maybe I haven't completed or maybe I forgot something that some shit like that. Once I slow down and it comes to me how to handle it. Maybe it's an unresolved issue that you don't know how to strike back up. Cancer cardinal, emotional. It might be time to have those conversations or emote to someone like they deserve to, or somebody may be finna emote to you, share their emotions with you so that it can lighten your internal world up a little bit based off of the revelations that's gonna come from the truth of the emotions and how you speak them out your mouth. Just speak them. And once you go into that internal realm, though, um, that's you'll be in a better space, and that's all you really got to do to catch things before they start. Hold on, my mouth dry as fuck. Catch things before they even get big. I used to make the mistake of letting shit just play out, knowing damn well it's even playing out in a distorted way based off of the energy I'm adding to it though, and not changing that shit. And all I had to do was change the energy behind my participation in whatever I was involving myself in, and that would have shifted the way things would have unfolded in the long term. But I ain't know that shit. So catch that. That's what I'm saying, bitch. You better. I don't mean to call y'all no bitch. I don't know who listening. That's just a word that I sometimes call myself, and I don't mean it in no fucked up way because I don't talk to myself fucked up or disrespectful. That's just like I'm from the hood too. So, but anyway, um, I lost my page number, y'all. I finna go because I know I'm running out of time. I did want to put a life clarifying card. Let me read the comments real quick. What's up, Izzy? If you still in Atlanta, pull up. All right, y'all. Namaste. Ashakalaka, whatever her name is. All right, y'all. I fuck with y'all. I finna dip, and y'all will see me in a minute on live or something at the 717 conference. But let me get my shit together because I want to go and get me an accessory, and I ain't even from here. So I got to look up the store. I got to look up the address. So I might even be. I ain't gonna be late. But I got to go though. I fuck with y'all. Peace.